Fujifilm XM5 is not a joke of a camera. It's a really nice camera and I want to touch on it and to compare it to Fujifilm X-T50, to Fujifilm X-T30 Mark II, but also to Lumix S9, and in the end I will touch on the new two cameras that Fujifilm will release. Hi there, Tudor Matescu here. Fujifilm just released Fujifilm X-M5 and I'm really thrilled regarding this camera. Why? Because first, it's looking extraordinarily nice. It has a very pleasing aesthetics to it. It has a really nice design. So really loving the design. And also I really love that it's small and compact. And I will touch on that small compact factor in a minute. But more than that, you have plenty of features. For videography, a lot. More and better than Lumix S9 from my point of view. And more than that, you have photography features. So no compromises regarding photography features. Yes, you have some compromises, but it's a camera dedicated for a hybrid shooter, for a beginner shooter. So it doesn't have a built-in flash, it doesn't have an EVF, the screen, it doesn't have so good resolution, but it's not clear for me what does this means, because my Sony cameras are terrible in good light in sunny days. The screen is terrible. But with Fujifilm, I can use the screen, even the older screen from Fujifilm X-F10. And talking about Fujifilm X-F10, now here it is the sweetest spot of Fujifilm X-M5. X-M5 could be a replacement of X-F10 and X-70 because finally you'll have a small camera with interchangeable lenses. Yes, you do not have the lenses from Fujifilm, a pancake-ish ultra small lens, but you have those lenses from Voigtlander and also from Per Gear. So with these small lenses, but also with Fujifilm 27mm f2.8 or even 18mm f2, you'll have a very pocketable, portable camera. Also at the kit zoom that I have it, because I've bought it with X-T50 and I'm very impressed regarding this kit zoom. It is very light, the optical image stabilization is doing miracles, so this zoom will compensate for the camera not having an IBIS unit. So yes, the camera doesn't have an IBIS unit. This is a bummer just for videography, because for photography you have the smaller sensor of 26 megapixels. So this is enough. Fujifilm X-T30 doesn't have IBIS and it has just 26 megapixels and I didn't felt any problems with it. I was able to shoot by hand, by night with 18mm f2 with a lower shutter speed. So no problems for photography, but yes, problems for videography, but you can compensate using the OIS from a lens like this. So a great camera when we are looking also at the price. Yes, you don't have some features, but you have many features. The camera is ultra small and the price is unbeatable for a Fujifilm camera. Really unbeatable for a camera that is so powerful, so small, and also it can do so much more. First, it has a true mechanical shutter, not like Lumix S9. Also, the sensor, it reads out pretty fast, so you can use the electronical shutter, not like Lumix S9. So this is a true camera and not a joke of a camera. A small camera, pocketable, portable, with Fujifilm film simulations, not with LUTs. Because I'm not a fan of LUTs, I didn't use them, but I know what a LUT can do. I know what a preset can do for you. Fujifilm film simulations aren't presets. They have the color science to give you the exactly colors and to act like film. So indifferently of the light where you shoot your video or your photography, the color simulations will offer consistent results. This doesn't happen with a preset, this doesn't happen with a custom LUT, because you do not have the knowledge of the Fujifilm color science. So this is where Fujifilm X-M5 is winning and Fujifilm camera. So it's a great response compared to S9. So this is why I'm very thrilled looking what Fujifilm did and also thinking about the price. So basically you can take that camera and use it for photography and for videography and have the smallest Fujifilm camera with the latest Fujifilm technology regarding AF and color science that is better, I would say, so, or not better, let's say modern or different from the Fujifilm X-T30 Mark II sensor or X100V. So these are great news. Basically, you can take that camera, use it for photography and use it for videography without any compromises. It's not like Lumix S9 where you have the compromises. A full frame, cheap camera, looking very cheap. It's not looking nice without a grip, the S9, but this guy, it's looking nice. It has the design, it has the Fujifilm color simulation, it has a true mechanical shutter, and all was very well thought. Yes, it's a bummer that we don't have some FN buttons on the camera. So this is the only thing that I don't like about that XM5 is that I don't have custom buttons, but I do have touch custom buttons. So overall a good camera at a great price. Now, which camera to buy comparing XM5 versus X-T30 Mark II? Well, it is simple. If you also want videography and a selfie screen or a vlogging screen, then get XM5. Other than that, get X-T30 Mark II. If you want a better camera, then get X-T50. And another tidbit to address here, they thought very well to make XM5 compatible with a fan. So basically you will be able to use the camera in studio or as a webcam using that fan. This is very attractive for me because I have the Fujifilm cameras, I have the lenses, and buying just XM5, putting my 18mm f1.4 and the fan, boom, I will have a better camera with Fujifilm color science. And this is a big deal for me, and also that amazing feature, and I do say it's amazing, that you can use the camera in vertical mode, shooting shorts or short videos in vertical mode, but keeping the camera in landscape mode. For me, this is a big thing. I do not want to mount, and it's pretty hard to mount in studio, a camera in vertical mode. So if you are doing landscape videos like YouTube, or also you want to do short videos on YouTube, why not have the image already cropped in? For me, it's a big thing. It's a big help to get the content faster where I want, on the phone or on the computer, and not stay in post-processing to crop. Why crop when I can save time not cropping? Why use more power and more time to crop when I can get my job faster with XM5? So really loving the camera, what they've did and what they've included on the video specs. It's crazy good. So the only thing that I hope is that camera will not overheat in real world use for day-to-day videos, for day-to-day photography, but a great camera. Now, regarding the other two cameras that Fujifilm will launch, probably the camera that is under the white towel, it is the Fujifilm X100 GFX camera, so a GFX rangefinder looking camera like X100V, X106. But for me, regarding the rumors that I've heard, that camera will have an f3.5 aperture. f3.5 apertures is not really thrilling me too much. I'm more thrilled regarding Leica Q3 43 or Leica Q3, the classic one with 28mm f1.7 full frame with a good lens. f3.5, it's not working for me in low light. I do know that the depth of field, it will be the depth of field of an f2 full frame lens probably. But anyway, f3.5, I hope Fujifilm will not release a compact medium format camera with f3.5 aperture. For me, at least, it doesn't have sense. But the other cameras, Fujifilm rumors, it's saying that that camera could be X-E5 or the 1-inch sensor half-frame camera. Well, I don't think it's that 1-inch sensor half-frame camera. I do hope it is Fujifilm X Pro 4, because looking at it, it is wider like this camera. I hope it will not be Fujifilm TX1 or X-Pen digital version. But let's talk a little about the half-frame camera of Fujifilm. I want to touch a little here because lots of people complain what Fujifilm is doing. Yes, Fujifilm is doing toy niche cameras, let's call it like this, how I've said in my previous videos. And yes, they are toy cameras, but we like toys. And why I'm pretty thrilled regarding a half-frame camera, released by Fujifilm. Because that half-frame camera that Fujifilm will release, for sure, I guess, I really can't know, but I am guessing that for sure that camera will not have a screen, or will have a screen that will close like Fujifilm X Pro 3. Because if that camera will have a screen, I don't see any sense to make a half-frame camera when you can turn the camera like this. So probably the 1-inch camera from Fujifilm with half frames will have an optical viewfinder and no screen to make a real competitor to Pentax 17. So I hope Fujifilm will do this. We will see in the future. But for the moment, I'm really liking what Fujifilm released, and I really do think that they did a great job. But there is also a big bummer here, a little bummer here. They've announced that they will make firmware updates for X-H2 and X-H2S, not X-T5. Then some rumor or some pin comment said that they will also launch for X-T5 a firmware update, but in the XM8, no firmware updates were talked. So what is happening? We must have patience. But regarding design and cameras and what they are releasing, yes, they are really nice cameras that are making photography and videography fun and more nice to do it. I really like the design of XM5, and I truly recommend that XM5. And who knows, probably I will buy it in the future because that XM5 is so small. But I don't have the Voigtlander 80mm f2.8, so I can pair it with that small camera. So till then, please subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my newsletter for more photography tips and tricks, and to be notified when I will launch my 35mm workshop, a workshop where I will teach you how to make great photography with a 35mm lens. Thank you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.